On this episode of Dewey Roams, today I have something that I've been thinking about for the last 2 or 3 days with regards to a new configuration for my e-bike. Today I am going to walk you through what I've done to incorporate a small stainless steel propane barbecue on the back of my bike. I did some work yesterday on it and I'm going to finish it off today. I was just waiting for some wire. I ordered some wire, some 20 gauge galvanized steel wire that I need to cinch down the barbecue to my back rack, but I'm going to go over that with you in just 1 second. I got my bike to my right and I got the barbecue that I'm going to incorporate on the ground. This is the bike setup as I have it today. Got my 2 batteries in. I installed my back cage basket back on the bike. When I first ordered this bike a couple years ago, I ordered it along with the back cage and a front cage that goes on this rack. Now, the system came with this front rack as well. I left the front rack on, but you can detach the smaller basket, and very handy. I took this one off because I wanted to put larger things on my back carrying rack here, and this didn't accommodate that. So, but for this configuration, it works out. Yesterday, I had to cut a little notch out of the top bar to allow for the gas manifold just to sit in, because I didn't want the barbecue. You'll see once I put the barbecue on, you'll see why I cut this out, and I'll go over that with you. Now, when I initially bought the bike and I looked at the videos, this basket here was with the factory holes right there and right there. It was attached to it was supposed to line up with the factory holes on the bike rack, but if you put the cage in this configuration, it brings it too close to this battery and you can't access the battery. It looks much better this way, but when I was using the basket, I had to turn it. It also has factory holes, sorry, right there, to turn it sideways. Yeah, so I had it twisted the other way. But now, what I've done to accommodate the barbecue, I moved the cage back, and I had to drill 2 holes through the cage to line it up with the factory holes, because there's a flange that runs across, one here and one underneath this. So I had to drill 2 holes to use the factory Allen key bolts. But what it's done, it recessed it back. Now, the reason I did that is because I don't want the barbecue lid has to open, and I didn't want it too close to the seat. Now, I understand that the seat is quick release, and I can just take the seat off, so not a problem. If indeed the heat from the barbecue is going to compromise the seat, but I'll go through that today. So here's the barbecue. It currently has my backpack, 75-liter backpack cover on it, which fits over the barbecue perfectly. So I'm going to take the barbecue and I'm going to put it in the rack and show you that. This is the barbecue set up on the factory cage. Now I have it resting because the dimensions of the barbecue fit within the factory cage, which is bonus, but obviously it's not going to fit in totally to the bottom, which is good in a way, because you don't want to get it too close to the bike itself. But it rests on this handle control panel, rests on the cage here, and this handle rests on the cage there. So yesterday I took my Sawzall and I cut a piece of the racking out, the top bar out, to accommodate the gas manifold, because the gas manifold was resting on that bar, and I didn't want that because it will damage it. So from here to here is 2 3/4 inches. So I'm going to fire the barbecue up today, and I'm going to show you that if the seat gets too hot. Now, if it does, I just take it off, quick release it, pull it off. But I'll show you inside the barbecue here. So it has a little stainless steel cooking grate, has a heat deflector underneath. Now, my main concern going down the road is making any noise. So when I go down the road, I obviously have to secure this barbecue or the internals in a way that that don't rattle, because I don't want any noise going down the road. And you know, I could just wrap these up in my silicone mat, and I also have a heat resistant mat. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Silicone mat, heat resistant mat. I can put that inside to keep the internals from rattling around. And I also want to put some other things in here, possibly a little cooler bag, and possibly some dinnerware, plates. But that's something I have to figure out when I get it on the road. The barbecue came with 4 legs. I left 2 on because I wanted a buffer to stop it from sliding this way. But these legs had legs that extend down and curl up, fold up on all 4 sides of the barbecue. So I took those off. But on the front, I took those right off because, sorry, up here, I took those right off because it doesn't fit inside the barbecue. So today, I have some 20 gauge wire. I'm going to secure galvanized wire, not stainless. I'm going to secure the barbecue on both sides here with the 20 gauge, and on the front. I'm just going to take this apart and show you. There are 2 holes here and 2 holes there. So I'm going to run some 20 gauge wire through there and attach it nice and tight to this bar here on both sides. And I'll fasten it in a way where there is no play in that, so it doesn't rattle around. That's my theory. What I did, I put these portions of the legs back on, and I wired them to the basket like I said I was going to do. But what this does, it keeps the barbecue tight, really tight to the top cross bar on the cage. And I also have to be aware when I'm using the barbecue on the kickstand that the bike was tilting this way a little bit, right, to rest on the kickstand down there. So I want to have it kind of close to level as possible, because I don't want my steaks falling off the barbecue and going into the dirt. So I got my little bullet level out here. So what I'll show you, if I can right here. Well, there's the bubble showing off level, right? Which I'm not, I don't have a problem with that, to be honest with you. So if I raise the level up, that's level right there, and that is less than a 1/4 inch off level, which I'm totally okay with. So the liquids and the grease from whatever I'm barbecuing will go this way, and there's a grease trap that runs the whole length of the barbecue down there, and on that side of the bike is the chain. On this side is the caliper and the rotor, and I don't want anything going on that, because if I get grease on the rotor or in the caliper, it will compromise the brakes and make them dangerous. So the barbecue, if you look at it from this way, it looks out of kilter, but it does. But once I take the kickstand off, it will be more so. So it'll run down the road. It'll run down the road way off level, and that's fine, because I'm not cooking on it when I'm riding it. So I kind of got it set up for a stationary, well, I have it set up for a stationary cooking station. So there's my wire on the back. I'll tuck those in, so like that. They're out of the way. And also, this wire is only, it's only a 20 gauge wire. It's not I think it's what, 15, 18 pound. So it's not super robust wire, but it's not intended to hold the barbecue in place when I'm going down the road. I'll have the entire barbecue strapped in to the cage. I'll either use ratchet straps or I'll use bungee. So either way, it's going to be super tight. Like right now, I can't even move the barbecue. Like it's super sturdy. So what are your thoughts? Crazy idea or good idea? Now basically, it's just another configuration of, pretty much endless configurations that I had envisioned for this bike. Now in here, in this void here, this space here, one, the heat's away from my battery, my back battery, and two, I can still put my bike cover in here, and I have a water bottle that goes on there. And I have a bigger water bottle I can carry with me too that carries 64 ounces. That's with my camo cover and my, I think that's, what is that, 32 ounce Nalgene. This is a clamp carrier for the seat post. You can put it anywhere on the bike, on the front, whatever. But normally I carry a dog watering dish in that, or a bowl in dish in one. But today I have water for me in there. So yeah. So this will take me anywhere the bike will go. So I could get into a river, I could get into a shore of a lake with it, and all I have to do is take off the cover and heat it up. So now I'm going to start it up and see what temperature we get. Start it up first try. I've seen the flames come on. So what I did here, so it's a 1 pound tank. I have this this barbecue could use it's set up for 1 pound, but I have the adapter hose that screws onto that, and I can use a 5 pound or a 20 pound tank, which I own several. So what I did here, I took the water bottle off for now, and I don't think that would have been a problem anyways. And I put a silicone mat over the seat, and I have a flame resistant mat on below the barbecue. So I'm just going to leave the bike cover there. I don't foresee any problems, to be honest with you, but we'll see how it goes. And that's what the barbecue is reading right now, cold. So let's see how long it takes. It is 9:28 a.m. 9:35, so that's 7 minutes. And it went from cold to over 600 degrees in 7 minutes. So anything over 500 degrees, I'd be comfortable cooking a steak, for best results. And also, I put my water bottle back on, and watch this. It's my hand right there. I can leave my hand there pretty much indefinitely. So I'm not getting any heat on the seat. So I don't have to use a silicone mat, and I don't have to take the seat off. I tightened up the wires a bit. I put in some tightening wires there. But like I said, when I'm going down the road, this is going to be cinched down robustly. Because when I'm in a car or truck or on my bike, I don't want to hear nothing going down the road. These ones are tight already. And I also put down the flame resistant mat underneath here, and that'll be good too for any drips or whatever, which I don't anticipate many drips. So what are your thoughts? Crazy or a decent idea? I think it's a good idea because this, I bring 2 tanks of propane in my front carrying system. I have seven or 8 different carrying systems for the front of this bike. And I could put, I wouldn't put any more than 25 pounds over the front. I'd lock out the forks. But I could carry 2 full tanks of propane with me, plus food, plus utensils. And plus I can also put things within the barbecue. So this barbecue now is at 700 degrees. This thing gets hot. It is hot. It's a good little cue. The only problem is with this cue, I notice that it does get dirtied up pretty quick. You gotta stay on top of the cleaning. Yeah, the seat's not even warm. And the wind is blowing towards the seat, so it does get a little, yeah, obviously more heat comes off when you open the lid. Definitely. Well, regardless, I could either use the silicone mat or I could just take the seat off. But I don't want to take the seat off because I'm always screwing with the height on it, and it's a bit of a hassle. Silicone mat will do just fine. And I'm not cooking anything today on it. But next time you see this configuration, it will be cooking something. And also, this tank, I put it on, it was almost empty. So to get it up to that temp in 7-8 minutes, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. So with this mat here, I don't have any worries about the seat. And I will bring that with me, because this will probably be incorporated in there to keep things from rattling around, and the mat on the bottom as well. That's going to conclude today's episode of Dewey Roams. If you have any questions, or you have any concerns or any ideas for configuration on my bike, let me know in the comment section. And hey, I don't got all the answers. This is just something that I had lying around, the barbecue and the basket, which I wasn't using either of them. And my last camp out by the Mimico Creek, you know, I did, what did I do there? Oh, I did my twig stove with charcoal wood blend, and I pretty much incinerated a couple shish kebabs. So hopefully this, you know, that was my own fault. I could have did a better job. But regardless of that, this barbecue will be in action soon. Have a good day. Thanks.